come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
WISEGUIS Red Advanced setting Advanced TOD West Coast Buffet Balj Advanced West Coast Play Advanced Play Ready Entering edit uniforms Uniform name 1970 Help Pant Current socks selected Color rush alternate pants selected 1980s pants socks 75th anniversary pants select 19 9 color rush shoe white shoes selected white secondary shoes white black shoes selected black primary shoes selected socks option is set to color ready
somebody might want it now right pocket got euros left pocket got pound somebody gon' want revenge somebody might want it now throw the ball with the right hand catch with the left touchdown step back let me get some room congrats every time I'm through same packet nobody knew so I never get confused hotel get a bird's eye view hotel got a waiting room read a magazine while you wait for me baby I'll be done so soon phone gotta be off each store got locks I got some trusted shoes 10K on the countertop don't look so shocked it's nothing new death comes in threes wins come in twos cash comes in ones throw it up celebrate some news I do a good job pull up and pop out.
Well, there is a definite chill in the Northern California air, Coach, but still a wonderful afternoon for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Easy.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. We don't want this. Go. 54. Mike 50.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 3 buzz. General West.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Right there, 54.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here we go.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
21. Lock.
Garoppolo now. Got a man. He finds Sanders. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Garoppolo on 1st down. It's caught by Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, 1st-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mostert. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Wait, 80! I got him.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
You ain't doing nothing today.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Steve 6. Right there.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
At the 46-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80! Hey, let's get off the field, D.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
12. Push him back. Push him back.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
50's the mark. Blue Dan. Mike's 50. Hey, box truck.
To throw is Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 37. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, gun. Let him know.
Now Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Mike's 50. 11.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play. 1st half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Garoppolo now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 2.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
11. I got you. Here we go. Hey, orbit.
Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Tyler Urban on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually do.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Haywood. 2. Hey, gun.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he fires one incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Shit. 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers, blitz coming, and down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Check nickel. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
And that'll set them back 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, check 26. Mike 5-4. Hey, 5-7. Mike 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazing Surprisingly, they're still short for fourth. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. On the return is Pettis. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49er lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This is going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here comes Pettis on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We won it. 21. He's crashing. He's check 61. Matchbox lights. 21.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. after the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. Recon, 152 fighter. Run. Let flow. Mike's 54. Inside. Man, let's get some penetration.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now.
630. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Watch the sled.
Rodgers now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hey, 626.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Let's go. Hey, let's go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All that, baby, all that. Scan 300. Scan 300. Mike, 53. 50. Boom. Mike. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, They've got to forget about that quickly.
Right there.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
and you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Watch the safety creep. 26.
Rodgers now throwing on third and long. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
I don't think you got it, son.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's third down.
The Packers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Chat 300. Chat 300. Look at this.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 38 yards on the scamper there. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First down, Green Bay.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. it's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Now a desperation throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Niners, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
Post-game report,
our
players'
entire
stats.
crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Finish game.